What is going on, everybody? Good Wednesday morning. It's your boy, the Bad Diggity Dizzle, back with another video. Of course, tonight at 9 o'clock, you ain't going to want to miss it. NFC East Roundtable collab with three of the best content creators on YouTube. We're going to have Law Nation representing the Cowboys, Louis T representing the Redskins, and of course, Lord Brunson will be here representing the Eagles. You guys aren't going to want to miss it. We'll talk about the NFC East for a little while, get their views on their teams, on the draft, on the 2020 season, and of course take some of your questions from the chat. Giants fans got to be there. I know Lord Brunson's going to bring his guys there. I'm sure there's going to be Redskins fans and Cowboys fans repping in the chat. So you're going to want to come by and you're going to represent them G-men, baby. We're going to get started a little bit right now. Not that this is particularly, it's not directed towards Louis T, but Juan Gotti Sports, or I think it's Juan Gotti Sports Talk, came out with a video saying Dwayne Haskins is better than Daniel Jones. You got to pump the brakes on there. Dwayne Haskins is not better than Daniel Jones, and it's not close. Listen, Redskins fans, I came out with a video a little bit after the draft and pretty much said that I thought Daniel Jones would be better than Dwayne Haskins. Now, everybody knows my reaction to the draft. I wasn't happy. I was ignorant about Daniel Jones. I've said that ad nauseum a number of times, but once I went back and looked at the film, I realized Daniel Jones had zero NFL talent, and that's legitimate. He had no NFL talent. As a matter of fact, only two other guys in that Duke team was even invited to the NFL Combine. And Daniel Jones led Duke to two bowl game victories. Duke football don't win bowl games. That told me all I needed to know about Daniel Jones. Dwayne Haskins played with 6 NFL players. 6, both running backs, Terry McLaurin, and I believe 3 linemen. So he had 6 NFL players on his offense. That's what told me the difference right there. I said, well, if the roles reversed and Dwayne Haskins was on Duke and Daniel Jones was on Ohio State, wouldn't even be having this discussion right now. Okay. If Washington Redskins fans want to stick up for their quarterback, I completely understand that. Everybody's going to defend their quarterback. That's why when you're trolling the fan base, you go after the quarterback. Always go after the quarterback. That's a message for anybody that wants to troll a fan base. Always go after the quarterback because every fan base is going to protect their quarterback. Always. But the fact of the matter is, Dwayne Haskins had a terrible rookie season. And I always kind of laugh at the Redskins fans who want to say that he's better than Daniel Jones. If you want to say he's going to be better than Daniel Jones, I'm not going to agree with you. But I can understand that argument. I guess I can understand that because I don't believe that. I don't believe Dwayne Haskins will ever be anything more than an average quarterback in this league. And I think Daniel Jones is going to be a great quarterback in this league. Of course, I'm a Giants fan, so take that with a grain of salt. But that's just what I think, okay? But I always find it amusing that they're trying to tell me, oh, well, Haskins came into a bad situation. Haskins was this. They had no talent on their offense and this and this and this. Like Daniel Jones had a great situation. See, this is the thing. Daniel Jones at Duke had inferior talent. And Dwayne Haskins at Ohio State had superior talent. Dwayne Haskins had a lot of checkdowns at Ohio State, was not good throwing the ball deep, and was terrible under pressure. These were signs I said right away he's not going to succeed in the NFL because he's going to Washington. They're not in a good situation. Neither are the Giants. Don't act like the Giants are in a great situation. This is why Washington and New York have been drafting top 6 for the last few years, right? Because neither one of us are good. So all the excuses Redskins fans make for Dwayne Haskins, you could say the same for the New York Giants, right? Daniel Jones, does he have a great receiving core? No. Is it average? It's probably average at best, right? But he missed Sterling Shepard a lot of games. Saquon Barkley missed 3.5 games when Daniel Jones came in and played 4 games hurt. So our best player was hurt for half the season. Golden Tate was suspended for, an illegal substance. Evan Ingram was hurt most of the season. And Daniel Jones did not have a lot to work with the New York Giants at all. As a matter of fact, we all know that Nate Solder gave up the most pressures of any lineman, 59. That's not really good when a blindside protector can't protect a rookie quarterback. So all of this said, Daniel Jones still threw more touchdown passes than any rookie in the NFL and only played 12 games. He played less games than Kyler Murray, and he still threw for, 6 more touchdowns than Kyler Murray. Everybody wants to point to Daniel Jones' fumbles. Okay, he fumbled a lot. It's a problem. Carson Wentz fumbles a lot too. Carson Wentz is at least a top 7 quarterback in this league when he's healthy. I don't care what anybody says. Carson Wentz is a good quarterback when he's healthy. And I don't know how anybody could argue that. The guy threw for 4,000 yards last year and didn't have a wide receiver get 500. Carson Wentz can play. I hate to admit that, but Carson Wentz can play. But I just find that amusing that All these Redskins fans want to try to tell me that Dwayne Haskins is better than Daniel Jones. Make all these excuses. Oh, they didn't want him over there. He had a bad situation. This was terrible. And blah, blah, blah. They make all the excuses. Like Jets fans do the same thing with Sam Darnold. Oh, he's got no talent with the Jets. The Jets do this. The Jets do that. But when it comes to Daniel Jones, oh, he stinks. Like the Giants are really good and he held them back. Give me a break. If anybody watched football and watched it unbiasedly, there's no way you can try to tell me Dwayne Haskins is better than Daniel Jones right now. There's no way. There's no way feasible that Dwayne Haskins is better. Oh, well, Baddog, he played great his last 4 games. Last 4 games, he was 60 for 95, 5 touchdowns and an interception. That was his last 4 games. He threw for 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. Oh, his last 4 games are great. Well, Jets fans tried to tell me that argument with Sam Darnold, his last 4 games in 2018, and how it was going to translate into 2019. And Sam Darnold threw for less touchdown passes, 5 less touchdown passes than Daniel Jones, and played 1 extra game with the Jets. So obviously it did not translate into the next season. What they do at the end of the year when the games mean nothing does not always translate into the next season. It doesn't. Okay? But if you want to talk about the last few games of the season, well, Daniel Jones in his last 5 games threw for 13 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He threw for 5 touchdowns against Washington alone. So he threw for as many touchdowns against the Washington Redskins as Dwayne Haskins had over the last 4 games of the season. As a matter of fact, Daniel Jones was the only rookie in NFL history to throw for 350 yards, 5 touchdowns, and no turnovers. He did that against Washington, so you got a very good look at how good Daniel Jones is, right? So like I said, you want to argue Dwayne Haskins is going to be better than Daniel Jones in the future? I won't agree with it, but I can understand that argument. To try to tell me or any Giants fan or any football fan that Dwayne Haskins is better than Daniel Jones right now, that argument holds no water. That holds no weight whatsoever. None. Do I think Dwayne Haskins will be better this year? Yes, I do. I looked at Dwayne Haskins. I see the work that he's putting in. That should be encouraging for Washington Redskins fans. I definitely think that Dwayne Haskins takes a step forward this year. But I also think Daniel Jones takes a step forward. And I don't think Dwayne Haskins is as good as Daniel Jones, or will be as good as Daniel Jones. I know he's not as good as Daniel Jones right now. Prove me wrong. He threw for 7 touchdowns and 7 interceptions this season. He had an interception rate of 3.5. Daniel Jones' interception rate was 2.5. Dwayne Haskins' touchdown rate was 3.4%. Daniel Jones' touchdown rate was 5.2%. And again, it's not like the Giants were a hugely successful offense. Oh, well, the coaching was bad. Oh, yeah, because Pat Shurmur was a great head coach. The Giants coaching staff was fantastic last year. That's why I always laugh when guys try to tell me that these quarterbacks that I compare Daniel Jones to, say, Dwayne Haskins is in a bad situation. Sam Darnold's in a bad situation. Like Daniel Jones came into a great situation on a team that won, 8 games in 2 years that he came into with a beat-up offensive line and an offense that couldn't stay healthy whatsoever? Yeah. Sorry, Juan. Daniel Jones is way better than Dwayne Haskins right now, and there is no argument. So that's all I got for this video. Just let him put you out there. Again, just getting a little ready for tonight. Hope you guys are tuning in. That should be great. I'm really looking forward to this collab. It's going to be awesome. So enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'll see you guys at 9 o'clock tonight. Until then, it's Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I am gone. Peace!